Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's video. So today I'm just going to be going through all the kit that I'm planning to use for the Omen Ultra, which I'm going to be running this Saturday on the 4th of June. So first thing up on the agenda, obviously being a YouTuber, can't go without the camera. So I'm going to be taking my GoPro Hero 10 with the extendable selfie stick. Going to be carrying that with me, and I'm also going to be having two batteries for that. So I've got an Enduro one here, which is a slightly longer lasting extra life battery. Going to be using that one first, and then when that one's run out I'll be switching over to this one here. Now I am allowed crew on the day, so my dad's going to be following me along the course and just meeting up with me at various points throughout the race. And if all of this fails, I will have my old camera, which will be the GoPro Hero 9, on standby to use that as well, just in case all of this fails on me. So that's the main thing, being a YouTuber, that's out of the way. Now we're going to talk about clothing. So starting at the bottom, on my feet, I'm going to be having this pair here, Speedgoat 4s, Hokas. This is my third pair of this shoe that I've had, and absolutely love it. Like exactly the same colourway I bought them. Just love how they look and how they feel on feet. So comfortable, and I have absolutely no doubt that this will get me through the distance. As I said before, like my dad's going to be following me and crewing me on the day, and I'm planning on giving him my pair of Clifton 8s. So they're going to be there in backup just in case I feel like I need a change of shoes. But hopefully I won't need to, and these will get me over the distance. So that's what I'm going to be starting with on my feet on the day. Also on my feet, I'm going to be having this pair of socks here. So these are Injinjis, as you can see, toe socks. Very, very comfortable. Love these socks so much. This pair in particular is pretty much brand new. I've only done one run in this pair of socks, but I have been using Injinji socks for probably 12 to 18 months now, and really enjoy them. Fabric quality is fantastic, so soft, so comfortable, and also because it has all these little extra bits here for your toes to go into, you don't really get any rubbing of your toes together, and also helps sort of cut out any blisters or anything like that. So great pair of socks. So they're going to be on my feet as well. Moving on up, another bit of sort of underweary items is this pair of boxers here. So this is just a regular pair of black running boxers from Decathlon, sweat wicking, pretty basic, but they get the job done. And then on top of those, I'm going to be wearing this pair of Nike Flex Stride shorts, tried and tested. Wore these for London Marathon last year, and also wore them recently at the North Downs Ridge. So great pair of shorts, very comfortable, very breathable. They have this sort of like mesh panel down the side here for extra breathability, and yeah, absolutely no issues with these. No chafing, just pretty basic pair of shorts, but they definitely get the job done, so I'm going to be wearing those. Then around my waist, for extra storage, I'm going to be wearing my Compress Sport Free Belt Pro. So yeah, basically the idea behind this is just to house my phone, which I'm going to be taking with me as well. So it's going to be going around my waist, and it also gives me the option to have a little bit of extra storage so I need it for gels and other items. If I want to pick up some extra stuff from the aid station, I've got somewhere to stash it there. Also handy for storing the GoPro in, so I can drop that in there if I want to keep my hands free for anything. So I'm going to be wearing that around my waist. Then on my top half, on my body, I am going to be wearing either one of two things. It's either going to be this Ultimate Direction t-shirt here, just a basic Ultimate Direction technical t-shirt, sweat wicking, soft fabric, absolutely no chafing with this. So it's either, depending on the heat, it's either going to be this t-shirt that I start in, or if it's very hot, I may use a vest version of this, but basically it's identical, exactly the same fabric, same design, but obviously with no sleeves. So that will be dependent on the heat, but that's just to show you guys roughly what I'm going to have on the day. Now on my head, two items. Firstly, I'm going to take my Aftershocks headphones here. Can't go running without some tunes, especially on these long runs, and most of it's going to be spent on my own. So it's good to have some music going. Also might throw on a podcast or maybe an audio book, but definitely going to see a lot of use out of these. These are going to keep me company over the 66.6 miles. And then on my head, I'm going to have this Ultimate Direction, the classic cap I do believe it's called, but fantastic hat. since I've had this for the last sort of 3 to 4 weeks, it's been brilliant. It's fast become one of my favourite running hats. Sweat wicking, breathable, just really great. Yeah, absolutely nothing bad to say about this hat. Yeah, really enjoyed running this since I've had it. So yeah, gonna have that on the day. Now, in terms of vest, you probably saw this one coming from a mile away, but I'm going to be using my Ultimate Direction Ultra Vest 5.0. This vest has been an absolutely incredible piece of kit. I cannot praise this high enough. It's been fantastic since I've had it. So this is the first bit of kit that I got at the beginning of this training block 16 weeks ago, and I've pretty much used it on every run over, say, 21k. It's definitely done the distance with me, and yeah, so comfortable, so versatile, and just literally gets the job done, and it hasn't let me down. So yeah, really great piece of kit. So that's going to be on my back throughout the race and carrying the rest of this gear here. So what I'm going to go over now is basically mandatory kit that I'm going to be carrying with me, and fingers crossed I won't have to use too much apart from one item. So that item is this collapsible cup. So I'm taking this collapsible cup to go in the vest here, just to keep down plastic waste at aid stations. They haven't actually suggested that we take one of these in the mandatory kit, but it's always good to have. I think if you can use your own and reuse things, it's better than using stuff and chucking it away. So I'm going to be taking that with me on the day. This next thing is my rain jacket. So this is obviously part of mandatory kit if we have bad weather, but we are predicted to have a very sunny day on the day, so hopefully I won't have to use this. But this is the Ultimate Direction Ultra Jacket. Very lightweight, pretty much as lightweight and as breathable as a waterproof jacket comes. Has tape seams and everything, so it meets all sort of mandatory kit requirements. It's got a nice rigid brim here, loads of drawstring attachments, and toggles to keep it nice and fitted around your head in the wind. And it also packs down into a little pocket here inside, just to keep it nice and small while it's in your bag. But as I say, fingers crossed I won't need to use that on the day, and it will just sort of stay in the vest here, and I won't have to get it out. So that's that. And then also, depending on what time I finish, I may require a head torch. So this is obviously mandatory kit, but fingers crossed I won't need to use it at all, and if I do, hopefully it won't be for too long. So yeah, head torch here, just a cheap one from Decathlon. I think it's called the On Night 710 or something like that, but yeah, well tried and tested. Had this head torch for ages and it hasn't ever let me down, so I'll be taking that with me on the day. And then I've got this little dry bag here full of bits and bobs, and this is basically the main bulk of mandatory kit, and I don't really plan on, hopefully, having to take it out of here. So inside here I've got a compass, map of the North Downs Way, first aid kit, gloves, and a buff. And I do believe that's everything in there that I need in terms of kit that I'm not going to touch. So that's just going to stay inside this dry bag in the vest, and fingers crossed I won't have to touch it. Okay, so next up is nutrition and hydration. So I'm not going to actually be using a bladder on the day, I'm just going to be using 2 soft flasks in the front of the vest. The plan is to have some extra spare ones of these with my dad, just in case these sort of get any leaks or anything, and also it helps sort of speed up times at aid stations and stuff, where you can just sort of hand me 2 full bottles and I can just put them in my vest and go. So inside the bottles on the day, we're going to be using sort of a combination of different things, obviously water being the most important, but inside the water I'm going to be having a mixture of sort of Tailwind in one bottle. So I've got a couple of different flavoured sachets of Tailwind to use on the day, so that's just one of the ones that I've got here. And then also in the other bottle I'm probably going to be using Active Root here, just the regular sachet, or depending on how hot it is, I also have the electrolyte sachet here. So this has got extra added sort of salt and electrolytes in it, just to keep the salt topped up in the body if it is a hot day, so that hopefully helps stop any sort of cramping and things like that. Following on from that, I also have these salt stick fast chews here. These are the zesty lemon flavour. So I've been using these a lot recently in the hot weather. Tastes really nice, and easy way to get extra salt into the body. As I said, my dad's going to have a big pot of these, and I'm just going to sort of refill this packet ever so often when I need them. Plan is probably to have sort of like maybe 2 every sort of 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how hot it is, obviously. If I need more, I'll take more. So that's that. And then in terms of sort of snack things that aren't really specifically sports nutrition, I've got baby food pouches here. So this one in particular is bananas and apples. I have various different flavours that I'll probably use throughout the race as well, so I've got extras of those. And then I'm also going to be using these sort of cereal biscuits basically. So there's 3 little biscuits in here. It's just something nice to snack on that isn't, you know, really heavy or sugary. So that, just to keep me going. So now talking to sports nutrition, first thing up that I'm going to be using on the day is this SIS Beta Fuel. These are the chews. So basically there's 2 bars in here, sort of like hard jelly, and they're all sort of split into segments, so you get about 6 in here, I do believe. Sort of very similar to Cliff Blocks or Goo Chews if you've used those, but these have 45 grams of carbohydrate in per little section, so very heavy on the carbs. So hopefully that'll definitely keep me topped up as we go throughout the race. So I've got a couple of packets of them, and I'm also going to be using SIS Beta Fuel Gel. This is the orange flavoured one here, and again that's got 40 grams of carbohydrate in there. So once again, that should definitely do the job in keeping me topped up. And then emergency support for those 2 is just going to be the regular SIS gels. Fruit salad one in particular is my favourite flavour of all of these, so I've got a couple of them just in case I have a lot of dip in energy or anything. I may get one of them down just to see if that can give me the lift that I need. So that's it in terms of kit and nutrition that I'm going to be using on the day. As I say, my dad's going to have extra of all of these, and he's also going to be carrying a few spare items on him as well, like extra t-shirt should I need to change a t-shirt, and battery bank to charge various things, watch, phone, cameras, etc. So yeah, he's going to have that in the car, and if I need it, then hopefully it'll be there. So yeah, that's it. That's all the kit I'm going to be using on the day. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Just drop them down below, and I'll get back to you as quick as possible. But yeah, that's it. Training series over, kit check done, and yeah, I guess all that's left to say is thank you very much for all your support, guys, over this last 16 weeks in training for this race. It's been absolutely epic having you all along for the journey. Really appreciate all your support. And yeah, it's just been one hell of a ride. Thank you for all the lovely comments that you left me week after week on the training videos, and the likes that you've hit. It's been absolutely epic. So thank you very much for all your support. Just want to make a quick mention to Adam. Thank you very much, mate, for all your coaching, setting up the training plan for this race. It's been absolutely awesome. Your guidance and motivation has been very much appreciated to keep me going and get me where I am now in terms of my fitness and running. So thank you very much, Adam. And special shout out to all the Guildford trail runners as well for your awesome support and motivation on the Tuesday night throughout the training. So with all that said, that's it for now. Next time I'll see you will be after the race this Saturday. So take care, stay safe, and I'll see you all in another video. Peace.